Are we here? Are we alive? Are you here? Am I here? Are we actually here? Is Elden Ring here? Let's get some game audio. There we go. Hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're on the world. Hi, Luminously here, and we are back with more Elden Ring, where last time we finally got to explore a bit of the underground map with the Ainsel River, and we made our way to Carrier Manor, and we're not done with the area just yet, but we are at Carrier Manor in order to potentially meet with Ranni the Witch, daughter of Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, and Radagon, of, his first marriage. So, a lot of questline stuff today, I think. Just looking at my to-do list here, yeah, we have a lot of questline stuff that we're doing. So I hope you're all excited for it. I'm really excited. Welcome to stream, everyone. Hello there, Moon. It's so lovely to see you around, darling. And of course, hello to any lurkers and VOD watchers. Hope you're all having a good one. Yes, I am doing quite good myself. I am very excited for some more story and lore content here in Elden Ring, getting to meet more characters, especially since Ranni seems like an important character. She seems like a pretty important character, just from, like, Elden Ring being so massive on the internet, you hear things everywhere. But I haven't heard, like, exact spoilers. I just know that, like, oh, this character's a pretty big deal, and this character's a pretty big deal. So I'm excited. So, without further ado, let's boot up our save file, and we are going to load into Carrier Manor. But then we're actually going to fast travel away, because I didn't actually kill that, like, weird insect creature bug thing in Ainsel River, and apparently you can do it. There is, like, an intended path to get up to them, and you do get rewarded for it. So I'm like, sure, I mean, I'll take some freebies. I forgot what the freebies were, but, I mean, I'll take them. So, thankfully we'll be able to go back to the Manor lower level Grace and return here soon. But until then, I want to go to the... which Grace? I think Ainsel River Sluice Gate. Yeah, I want to kill the giant scary bug star thing that throws boulders at you. Alright. So yes, there is a path that we actually found last time that does, in fact, take you to the spot to kill that creature. But before we even get started with that, hi Lancy, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful time with your Minecraft stream, if I remember correctly. Let me quickly get you a shout out here. If you're not following Lancy already, please do check her out. She does a bunch of Minecraft stuff and tabletop stuff. She is absolutely lovely. I've known her for quite a few years now. Thank you so much for raiding into stream and trusting your community with me. I hope that you had a fantastic time with Minecraft, just to repeat myself there. If you need to raid and run, that is totally understandable. I know that it is getting very late in a lot of time zones, yours included, and it is a weekday. So yes, definitely please prioritize in self-care. You do not need to stick around for my stream, but thank you so much for trusting your community and bringing everyone along here. And just in case you're new to the channel here, hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Night VTuber. I do playthroughs of RPGs and story-driven games, but I also like to dabble in a bunch of variety games as well. And we are here with a first-time playthrough of Elden Ring, but also a 100% first-time playthrough of Elden Ring, which those of you who've played the game before and have seen the achievements are thinking, wait a minute, that's not possible. Well, we're basically doing every single questline, beating every single boss, trying to pick up every single item, and then basically when we get to the end of the game, which we're also doing DLC in case anyone asks, before we get to the end of the game, I'm gonna make a bunch of copies of my save files so that we can do every single ending required for all the Steam achievements, so very thorough first playthrough of Elden Ring, I would say so myself. We are planning on meeting the character Ranni the Witch today, but before we do that, I just remembered that there is not quite a boss, but a little mini boss down here in Ainsel River that I could have killed. And there was like a quote-unquote hidden path that leads you to killing them. You get a little bit of goodies, if I remember correctly from what I read, so I'm gonna go and do that. Lindsay said, I had fun with Minecraft. I got a little manic towards the end because I was so close to a goal and needed to get it done before end. Quit when I realized I didn't have the resources. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to get to it next time. It's those little things to look forward to next time that, you know, can keep you playing and going back to games like Minecraft. Thank you so much for being here again. Alright, let me remember. So, I was saying before the raid came in, but we did actually find this hidden path that led to a spot to actually kill this mini-boss. And I guess I didn't go up it. I think I turned around. So we're gonna go and try and find that path again. There's also some additional items for going through that path. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to run through the Ul Palace ruins here with all of the enemies. We cannot use Torrent here. I have killed all these enemies before. It's this way, if I recall correctly. Yeah, this way. Min says, I look forward to each and every day we get to spend together. Me too. Thank you for coming into my life. Upper quite ahead. By the way, seek a defensible spot. Exactly, because that thing is throwing rocks at us. But yeah, we didn't go up here last time, so that's why I wanted to backtrack here at the start of stream and try and get this done. In fact, if I crouch, then yeah. Alright. There we go. Now we can finally defeat the Fiend. How? I don't know. Probably Lightning Spear or something. Yeah, Lightning Spear works. Let's not get counter-hit damage to death by all the rocks. And we drink our Cerulean Flask, and... there we go. Be gone. Ah, revenge. Why is it always you don't have the right? Oh, is there no drop for that? I guess there isn't, but there will probably be something up here. Try right. Is this gonna say try left? Here! Oh, because that is a safe spot. That makes sense. Down ahead. Down! Guess that leads to another item or something, but yeah, first let's do the stuff up here if there's anything. I don't believe it. Ah, safety. Right. Okay. Is there actually anything up here? There's all of these which have interesting little designs on them. Oh, also another thing. I'm very slow when it comes to playing Souls-likes because I like to absorb all of the story and lore. And I like to read all the item descriptions as well. I feel very sentimental and clingy today. Yeah. I do too. I love you lots, Moon. Thank you for being here. Not just as a moderator. Or not as a moderator, but just as a person. Thank you for being here. Oh, I see. No, this is just a safe path down, I guess. Alright, I want to go back up there again because... yeah, I see some items I want to grab. Gotta run past all the claymen. We have to go through here, and then we take a left. Yeah, I think I must have misremembered reading the stuff about killing that creature there. I thought that it dropped something, but I think it just drops a sigh of relief, knowing that I can safely traverse through here without having rocks thrown at me all the time. We'd get a new crafting material there, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. But for now, let's get all of the additional goodies that we missed. Alright, yes, you can't hit enemies while they're down in Elden Ring. Alright, so let's just keep looking around, see if there's any other little goodies on this island here. Otherwise, we'll go up the pillars again and see if there was anything on the alternate path. Right, so if we go up this way and then we take a right instead of proceeding forward, then yes, there is an item. Dung ahead. And of course it's two smithing stone 3s, which is like anything but dung. That is incredibly handy. And I appreciate all the upgrade materials we get. Alright, well that's everything here then, I suppose. So let's head back to Carrier Manor. Specifically, the Manor lower level. And we'll take a look at the Dew-Kissed Herba that we obtained. We might also quickly check over some other item descriptions I might want to reread, but let's see. Dew-Kissed Herba. A herb that grows in the false night in and around the Eternal City. Material used for crafting items. Soaked in arcane dew, it gives off the faint glow of starlight. Yeah, so we did actually learn quite a bit about the Eternal City last time, where, I mean, we know a lot of things about the Eternal City now, but we learned a bit more how, you know, it is like, well, eternally night in the city. There's a false moon that hangs there, I believe, and yeah, there's a false night in and around the Eternal City. So, yes, we'll most likely find this in and around the Eternal City, as it says. Alright. And around the Eternal City, right. And says it's cool they put soap in the game so that FromSoft gets to see what soap looks like. FromSoft elitists get to see what soap looks like for the first time. Exactly. My throat's not doing too well, so I'm gonna try and talk a little bit extra softly today. Just so I don't push my vocal cords. Alright, I remember, yes, there were the fuck-ass hands that were being annoying last time. But we don't have to worry about those anymore. We are past that section of the Carrier Manor. That being said, I do just want to quickly retrace my steps and get familiar with the place again. Let's talk to this ghost again. Lady Ranni, we have long awaited you. I pray for your house's swift revival. May the full moon shine upon Carrier. And then, yeah, it's just repeating. Alright, let's continue ahead. Beware of surprise attack, of course. Like, from the bridge, or ahead? Yep, there we go. Oh, we got summoned knights here. Yeah, we could just do a charge heavy. They're just gonna sit there. More knights, lovely. Go, little backstab. Okay. So I'm just keeping an eye out for any potential drop-downs to get additional items as we proceed along here. Hey Melissa, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. We are exploring more of Caria Mana here in Elden Ring. Jumping off required ahead. Are we for real? That kind of feels like a sequence break, or maybe it is intended. It might be easier to jump off from, yeah, over there instead. Oh. Yep, and of course there's the traps in the floor, I remember those. They are indicated by little swords in the ground. Let's take this path for now. I wonder if these knights actually have any, like, drops that, you know, are like weapons or armor. Probably not. Oh. Well, no, it was just a smithing stone. And then, yes, I do know that there were a bunch of knights behind us. Alright, yep, those cracked glintstone shards are pretty annoying. Oh, yeah, we might be taken to death here. Hang on. Please stop throwing! No! These are so much more powerful than fire pots. Hey, Alex Feeling, it's lovely to see you around. We're back with more Caria Manor fun. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do there. I wanted to, like, jump, and then I, like, wanted to parry. Obviously, you can't do that in the air. Okay, I'm warming back up to Elden Ring combat. Just give me a bit, okay? This is the game where you just spam jump attack and that solves most of your problems. Because iframes, baby. Alright, so this looks like kind of the main way ahead, so I want to backtrack and take the other path. Also, I feel like Lightning Spear isn't going to be handy here if there's a bunch of people with shields, so... I don't know... Catch Flame? Maybe just to, like, stagger enemies? Just have that ready to go. Alright, let's head over this way, and yeah, it seems a lot easier if we just jump down from here. Nothing incredible ahead. Armament ahead, so to speak, seek ladder. Yeah, we can do that, but I just want to look here first. Because we got a rune arc. And I appreciate more rune arcs. Will I actually use my rune arcs? That is to be decided later. Oh, I see there's more of them. Thank you so much for the head pats, Moonlit Umbreon trainer. Welcome into some more Elden Ring. Oh, we got a war pick. Is that a rare drop? Because I don't know. It could be semi-rare. No, I hear an enemy around. I don't want to read the item description just yet. I'll just wait till I'm in a safe spot and then I'll check it. Yeah, let's make this jump and... Let's see what armament this is. Something incredible ahead. Jumping. Jumping! I see, so I guess you could jump from there or here. So both seem to be intended. Uncommon, it's struck by any generic soldier wielding it. Okay. I really hope that I get the generic Knight's greatsword drop. I really just want to use that. Because the other greatsword that I want to use is, unfortunately... I don't know how far it is into Elden Ring, but I think it's in Lanedale. And... oh, oops. I'll get back up there in just a second. The greatsword's actually not random? Oh, sorry, the Knight's greatsword from, like, the generic soldiers, you mean? Because I'm saying, there's another greatsword that I want, the Ordovis's greatsword, which I'm kind of trying to build around a little bit, but we don't get that until much later. Unless we, like, went to Lendel, which I think technically we can go there right now, but I don't want to. I want to do my questline stuff and other things first, so we'll have to wait for that. I get the kind of feeling that the Royal Capital is going to be where we get the majority of stuff that I want for my paladin. Because, you know, it's the capital. You know, that we got Golden Order going on. Alright, let's try this jump. And let's not fall this time. And it does have a lot of neat stuff. Yeah, especially like armor. I really like the Lanedale Knight armor set. Which we could farm it. There is a Lanedale Knight in, I think, Limgrave or Liurnia. Just a single one that's patrolling by itself that I could technically farm, and it is close by to a Grace, but I don't really like farming drops that much in Souls games. Alright, what do we got here? It's the Sword of Night and Flame. I know this one. Time for fire, or magic. You choose. Oh, and this is a shortcut door. I see. Alright, well, let's take a look. Sword of Night and Flame. Storied sword and treasure of Caria Manor. One of the legendary armaments. Astrologers, who preceded the sorcerers, established themselves in mountaintops that nearly touched the sky, and considered the fire giants their neighbors. And the unique skill is Night and Flame Stance. Hold the sword level and prepare to cast a sorcery. Follow with a normal attack to cast the Night Comet sorcery, or a strong attack to sweep forward in a burst of flames. Yes, I do recognize this. I've used this in Night Rain a bunch. You know, it's a pretty fun straight sword. Unfortunately, if you take a look at those stats there, that says 24 intelligence. We have 9 intelligence. I'm not leveling intelligence just for this. Which, yes, I know there are ways to get around that. You know, I could, like, use Godric's Great Rune to get some extra stats and, you know, other equipables to boost my intelligence, but it just feels like too much effort for me. Maybe on another playthrough I'll use it, but probably not this one, unfortunately. I have an Arcane Costerville that can technically use the sword, technically. Dumb cave woman character. I'm not that dumb. It's true, my intelligence could be lower. I could actually go up to Renala and be reincarnated as even dumber. Think about it. That's 8 points that I could put into strength. But yeah, this is really cool. I'm really happy that we got this. Just because, you know, it's a legendary weapon. It has some nice little lore there about the astrologers. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Alright, and then we have the War Pick. Battle Hammer with a hard protruding beak. A pickaxe designed for combat in essence. A simple but highly effective weapon, the weighty piercing attack casually rips through metal armor. And the skill is Kick. Wait, did she bring you below cloth bases like that? Oh, okay. Okay, I see, I see. Yeah, thank you for answering that, Alex. Damn, I wish I could be 1 intelligence. That'd be really funny if having 1 intelligence affected the dialogue, like, in the Fallout games. If you play a really dumb character in the Fallout games, you just cannot talk to people properly. It would be funny. But yeah, we got the War Pick, which is surprising no one. You know, pretty low stat requirements, basic stat scaling and strength and dex. Does some pierce damage. You know, it's just basic. It gets the job done, and you know, I can't complain about that. I'm just wondering about this description here, like... that could potentially explain why the sorcerers kind of, like, rebelled against the Carrion royal family. Because... I don't know, maybe they see astrology as old-fashioned. Because, like, a lot of the descriptions, especially talking about, like, the night sky and the stars used to, like, command fate or, like, dictate fate and whatnot, and, you know, that has fallen from grace. Perhaps, yeah, the sorcerers saw the astrologers, you know, like, the Carrion royal family, like Renala and, you know, her daughters and all that. Or, like, Ranni or whatever is, like, old-fashioned, and they're like, oh, no, we can't have that. We can't have the old ways. We're cool sorcerers now. Who cares about the stars? So, I'm interested to learn more about the astrologers as we continue along. The character can solve a 2-piece jigsaw puzzle. That'll probably take an entire afternoon. Let's see you have a crack at it, smart woman. Or like that whatever the image is of like Joe Biden trying to put a 2-piece puzzle together and people like, you try, take a crack at it. Alright, yeah, I guess we just have to warp back because I can't imagine... I mean, they also give us a shortcut back to, like, the entrance, so... Yeah, I don't want to go fuck with those hands anymore. I kind of just want to go back to the entrance. Or not the entrance, the manor lower level. I can't remember exactly, but I do believe, like, picking up legendary armaments and, like, sorceries and whatnot is, part of 100%ing the game, so... Good that we pick them up anyway, if we can't use them. Also, like, lore, of course, you know, like, picking up more items means I get to read more lore. Which means that you get to enjoy more Lumi Elden Ring reading ASMR, sorry. I cannot do words right now, I'm trying not to die to these knights. Please drop your greatsword. Although I think you're... No, that is a greatsword in your hand. Please drop it. I swear, I keep getting everything but their greatswords. It's always like the cuckoo surcoats and everything. Alright. So yeah, as you proceed along this bridge, there's like a bunch of knights that spawn in behind you. Which is pretty clever, because, like, you know, the ones appear in front of you, right? And so you're like, oh, I want to go after the archers, and as you're running after them, you're spawning in all these other ones. There we go, gotta remember that I can do regular os parries as well. Oh, real Lucarian helm. I don't want to get the Magic Knight stuff, though. I want to get the Holy Knight stuff. They're totally killing my vibe here. Oh, fuck. These are the greatsword ones. It does look like you can drop down, like, here, but no, not really. I mean, you could drop down there, but there's no point because we've been down there before. Try right, yep, and then you go over to the right and it says try left. Exactly. Okay, nothing around here, so it is pretty much just a straight path ahead. Oh, let me turn on my lantern if we're going indoors. I want to have a little bit of light. Oh, and I have to do the elevator classic. Is there anything below? No, there is not. Well then. There's the lever. How am I supposed to know where the lever is without a player message telling me where it is? You know, like someone needs to stand on top of it and write a message saying, try lever. It's really funny because I think like the Carrion Royal or like the Enchanted Knight aesthetic fits my character much more in terms of like replicating my VTuber design or like the vibes of my VTuber as opposed to like a Holy Knight, you know, which is more associated with colors like gold, right? So like when we get a nice looking golden set of armor, we will definitely use that. Right, no levels yet. Let's look at the helm here. Helm worn by Rea Lucaria Academy soldiers. Its brow is adorned with a single cuckoo's feather. Of course, we got another cuckoo's surcoat. Oh, look, a golden seed. Don't really care for stealth. Like, I'm a Souls-like player, let's just try eliminate one at a time. Please bleed, do your thing. Bleed did not activate, huh? Unless they copy blood. Higher head. But, okay. Another golden seed, we appreciate those. I think we found every single golden seed that we could like find from the places that we've been to so far. And I do know that the game has more golden seeds in it than you actually need to get to maximum flasks, which it's a little bit annoying for me because it's like, I want to collect them all, but there's no point in doing that. But it's also good because, you know, it's an open world game, you can't expect everyone to go everywhere. So by having more than you actually need, that way a lot more players can get to maximum flasks. Even animals just have insanely high bleed resist for some reason. You know what, they can't resist a good old bloody slash, though. The base damage of this will make up for the fact that it probably won't even activate a bleed. Now, 2 bloody slashes and no bleed. I do wonder if just a single guard counter could stance break them. No, it does not. There we go. Good old jump heavy. Nothing beats jump heavy. So obviously we proceed along the path there, but I mean, just like extra crafting materials we can grab here. Visions of flower. Okay, I do appreciate more Nicola's lilies, though. I don't know what I'm gonna be using them for, but I mean, they're nice to have. Oh, a giant. Cool. I'm so smart doing my platforming like that. Hey there. Magic grease. Just store that away in the box. This place is so much more relaxing now that we're done with those fuck-ass hands. Oh, Noble's S-Stock. We appreciate that. I think that's a thrusting sword. Yes, it is. S-Stock carried by wandering nobles. Made to be easy to wield. Daubed with gold from tip to tail, it should fetch a good sum. And the skill is Impaling Thrust. It is it's a quality weapon, but it has higher dex requirements. And for me, if a weapon has higher dex requirements than strength requirements, I just call it a dex weapon. Yeah, they immediately suggest that you sell it. I wonder how much it actually is worth, like 100 runes, probably. It looks cool. FromSoft item descriptions are funny sometimes. Alright. We could just throw lightning spears from here. I don't really feel like it. I could just do a jump attack or something. Actually, I think Bloody Slash would hit from here. No, it wouldn't. I greatly overestimated its range. Like, it's got good range, but it's not that good. Alright, I'm gonna pull out the Uchigatana for this one. Because that felt cool. Oh god. If I can just get, like, a bleed proc... Yeah, there we go. I love Katana Heavy Dash Attack. It is peak, as they say. Oh, Troll Knight Sword. Oh my gosh, I got a second one. Now I can duel wield them like Muna's with her Elden Ring character. I don't even have the stats for it, though. Yeah, 18 intelligence. Alright, so for these enemies, what you do is you just ignore everything they do and just heavy jump attack them. Actually, no, that's just Elden Ring in a nutshell. Just ignore what they do and heavy jump attack. It's pretty much the, you know, goes into the square hall of Elden Ring. How do we defeat this enemy? That's right. Jump heavy attack. I do hear a scarab, so we'll want to get that. Any point to dropping down here? Probably not. Oh, no, no. There's a little good here. Smithing stones. We always appreciate more upgrade materials. Yeah, I feel like when I do a second playthrough of Elden Ring, I might just play an Enchanted Knight because, like, God, do they give you so much magic stuff in the early game? If we can even still consider this early game. I think it still is. Alright. Just double checking around these parts before we go and beat the shit out of that noble servant. Okay, no, we got everything. And if we somehow missed something that, like, I'm interested in getting, I can look it up off stream and just grab it. Or, like, grab it at the start of the next Elden Ring stream. It's not the end of the world. Oh, page garb. Garb worn by pages who serve the nobility and are mindful to keep them out of harm's way. Traveling where tailored, with exquisite precision to avoid any undue shame for the page's master. It looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna wear it though. I'm a knight, not a page. First off item. Oh, I see. Ambush? Nope. Nope, attack required ahead. Oh. I'm wondering if they mean to jump attack that little pot there, but I would fucking die. I could just jump over there. Yeah, that is a way of getting down there. I can just platform, but... Can I be bothered? Yeah, sure, I can be bothered. It's just I would have been upset if, like, you can get down to this section later. Because then it's like, damn, well, I came down here early for nothing. Oh, okay, kill them all. Sorry, Pots. Sorry, Pots. Oh, I love you, Lightning Spear. And then we get their intestines. It's lovely. And I'm gonna go back to Jarburg later in the game and just, like, act as if I haven't killed a bunch of jars throughout my playthrough. But look, to be fair, these ones are hostile. But I don't know if self-defense is gonna hold up in the Lanedale Holy Court. If they even have one there. So I'm assuming that we'll get a ritual pot or a cracked pot for this. Yep. So how many do we have in total? We have 13. You can hold up to 20. Okay. But I think... I don't actually remember how many there are in the game, because I did see the number of, like, how many cracked pots you can pick up in the game somewhere. And I think it was less than 20. Which is so weird. It's like, oh yeah, you can hold 20 cracked pots, but... if you want to obtain more, you're gonna have to go to New Game Plus. Oh, it's exactly 20. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because, like, first Elden Ring playthrough, you know, sometimes I look up stuff that I want to know about in advance, but other times I don't, and I just make shit up. Could you imagine spreading misinformation online? Couldn't be me. Alright, so this drop is possible. Or maybe we can... yeah, be a lot easier if we just did it this way. I don't really want to fight these big ones, but whatever. I don't even know if you can be stance broken, but I guess we'll find out. Yes, you can. No riposte, though. Or at least I didn't get a chance to do one, because... these pots are absolutely gaming on me. Don't tell Alexander about this. Let's spread misinfo online. Let's tell players that resistance gives a massive hidden boost to their defense. That's even better than leveling HP. Exactly. You need to level resistance in Dark Souls 1. It is the most important stat. It's basically like the equivalent of leveling adaptability in Dark Souls 2. Basically essential to play the game. You know? You'll get soft-locked in Blighttown if you don't level it. Oh gosh. That's cursed. Right down. Yeah. And let's grab ourselves the Ash of War, Carrion Grandeur, and welcome in Brunsa. Thank you so much for the raid. Hey, I saw you on the DK Bongos. You were doing Guilty Gear Strive with DK Bongos, right? Thank you so much for raiding in. Really do appreciate it. If you're not following Brunsa already, what the heck are you doing? Go and fix that right now. Go and press that follow button at the top chat or the link in chat. Thank you, mods, for doing the shoutouts. Really do appreciate it. They were extremely unwieldy. I would imagine so. But thank you so much for raiding in. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for bringing your community along here. Braun and Raiders, if you gotta raid and run, if you gotta raid and go to sleep or whatever, please prioritize your own self-care. Who cares about my stream? Take care of yourselves first and foremost. But just in case you're sticking around, hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Night VTuber. I do playthroughs of RPGs and story-driven games, but I like to dabble in a lot of other genres of games as well, and that includes fighting games. Although, to be fair, I haven't streamed a fighting game in, like, probably over a year at this point, but I still do play fighting games. And yes, we are here with a first-time playthrough of Elden Ring, which is also a very slow playthrough of Elden Ring as well, because I'm trying to basically do everything in a single playthrough. Which, look, I know you can only get one ending of the game per playthrough, and there's like multiple endings or whatever, but we are doing everything, essentially. Every single boss, trying to pick up every single item, trying to do every single NPC questline, reading all the item descriptions, just like really getting ourselves absorbed in the world of Elden Ring. And it has been an absolute delight so far. I've been absolutely loving the experience. It really makes me feel nostalgic for when I first played Dark Souls Remastered, like that sense of discovery and being in a completely new world, not being connected to Dark Souls is nice. Although there are people who will argue that Dark Souls and Elden Ring are connected to each other, and like, okay, you're fair, but I like to treat Elden Ring as its own separate thing. And yeah, I've been having a great time with it. Gotta scroll through chat here. Go say hi to everyone. Welcome in Murdaku. Welcome in Storm of the Seas. Welcome in Garland Soul of Chaos. Welcome in Mukya. It's lovely to see you all around. Thank you so much for all the pot friends. We were actually killing some living pots before you got here with the raid. I'm really sorry about that. I'm covered in blood and guts because I was killing the living pots. But it's fine, it's fine. We're chill with Pot Friend. Pot Friend and I, we go way back. Best friends. If you're using guides for those side quests, as usual, because FromSoft keeps them convoluted. Remember when the game came out, I played it every day to the point where I dreamed about it. Middle of early game, not too far. Oh, yes, yes. Bron was asking how far am I in Elden Ring. Yeah, so the last major boss we defeated was Ranala. And right now, we are here at Carrion Manor in order to meet her daughter, Ranni, and get her questline started. And yes, I do actually have a checklist with me here on the side that is a spoiler-free guide on chronologically the recommended order to do every single questline. So, in other words, I'm not going to be missing anything. Normally, I would play through, a Souls game first time blind and try to do the quest lines without looking things up. But because Elden Ring is so massive, I'm just like, fuck it. Like, my first playthrough, let's make my first playthrough the most complete playthrough there ever is, That includes DLC as well, so like, come back to this stream in like 6 months' time. We might be playing the DLC by then, at the rate that we are playing through this game currently. Garland played the game blind, as did a lot of people, but I'm kind of late to the party. I'm a couple years late to the party here, but I'm having a great time regardless. And more enjoyment and just following content to its completion, because that's why it's in the game anyway. Exactly, and also I'm a big lore head. I absolutely love Souls lore and storytelling. In fact, we're going to be reading an item description in just a moment. But yeah, I want to get all of the lore, I want to understand the story, because I don't like looking up the story on YouTube, I don't like having other people explain it to me. I want to uncover it myself, right? Because it feels like I'm being a detective and kind of like piecing together all of the parts. There's so much about the lore I know already, and still so many questions I have yet to be answered. So I'm hoping that meeting Ranni will provide us with some extra lore as well. Are there any other FromSoft games you haven't played yet either? I have not played... Well, firstly, I haven't played any of the Kingsfield games. I have not played Demon's Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro. And I have not played Eternal Ring either, which was like a PS2 launch title from FromSoft. I've not played any of the Armored Core games either. But in case you're wondering, yes, I do intend to play a couple of those games once we're done with Elden Ring. Looking at you, Demon's Souls, I do really want to play Demon's Souls. Specifically the original version, not the remake. Or all those games! That's true. Look, maybe one day I'll have a stream incentive to get me to play through Kingsfield. Like, the original Kingsfield, not Kingsfield 2, which was the first one released overseas. So they called it Kingsfield. No, Kingsfield 1, the OG, released in Japan. Thank you for doing all the shoutouts as well, Moon. Ron says Sekiro is my favorite, but Armored Core and Bloodborne are also at my top of that list. Nice, nice. Yeah, I am looking forward to getting around to those in like 50 years' time with how slow I am playing through this game. Alright, let's take a look at the Ash of War Carrion Grandeur. This Ash of War grants an armament the magic affinity and the following skill, Carrion Grandeur. Carrion royal prestige embodied in a skill. Transform blade into a magical greatsword and swing it down. Can be charged to increase its power by up to 2 levels. Usable on swords, with colossal weapons accepted. Okay. I mean, hey look, I have a greatsword. Planning on playing through the Elden Ring DLC as well. Yes. We're doing every single boss in the base game aside from the final boss. Then we're going to play through the DLC and do every single boss in the DLC. And then we're going to do the final boss of the base game. Because that's always how I play through my FromSoft games. I do everything in the base game aside from the final boss, DLC, and then the final boss. Because then I get to have my full, complete experience. For me, I don't really like to treat DLC as a post-game thing. I treat it as like an end-game thing. But, yeah. Sorry, I also yap a lot. I'm a little bit of a yapper, but I do like to, you know, be quiet and zip my mouth when I'm, like, going through cutscenes and stuff, because I'm pretty slow when it comes to processing information. If I'm talking over cutscenes, I will not process any of it. Correct, this time to treat the DLC as endgame? Exactly. I mean, the DLC has always basically been endgame in every single Souls-like. I mean, it was the case in Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. Pretty sure it's the case in Bloodborne as well. Yeah, the DLC is always, like, the hardest part of FromSoft games. Generally. I know that some people might say, oh, I beat Artorias and Gale first try. They're actually really easy. I was like, okay. Yeah. I mean, okay, no, Gale is a bit of a jobber, I will say. Beat him on my 3rd try. Dark Souls 3 is a game for babies. Alright. Sorry, let's actually continue along now with what we're doing. Oh, which just includes dropping back down to this courtyard, I guess. Not these fucking hands again. Let's just go to the Manor upper level Grace again. Since we basically just looped around to an earlier part of this section. We're just gonna run past the wolves and continue ahead. And, I mean, we already killed the giant here and all of these sorcerers. So we can do it again, I guess. Oh, and in case you're curious about my build, I am trying to play a quality paladin, so my main 3 stats that I'm working on are Strength, Dex, and Faith. I normally just go pure Strength build, but I've heard that Faith is actually good in Elden Ring, so I am giving it a try. I'm also doing quality because, like, I want to try Dex weapons as well. I typically don't use them. And I do not want people nitpicking the build. If you're here to nitpick my Elden Ring build, just know that although I have died nearly 100 times, how many hours have we played of the game? Like, let me pull this up for you all. 52 hours and less than 100 deaths. So, like, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Favorite weapon is Zweihander. I absolutely love it in Dark Souls 1. It just absolutely crushes the entire game. Oh, this looks like this could be a boss ahead, potentially. Yeah, so that's where we just were before, down there. Sure, let's head over here and see what this is. Oh, there we go. Royal Knight Loretta. I think I can just outrun the Glint Blades. Yes, you can. Glint Blades look scary, and then it's like... In fact, I think you can just outwalk them. Yeah. You can just strafe around them. You don't gotta dodge them. Yeah, I have learned that in Elden Ring, you don't really have to dodge through magic. Most magic can just be strafed. Actually, I'm just gonna two-hand. I'm not using my shield for anything. Oh, shit. Just playing things safe here, watching her moveset. Okay, yeah, I think that slam attack is, like, pretty safe to attack on. Like, that is a pretty big punish window. Thankfully, fighting game experience does transfer very well to Souls-likes. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm plus on block there, and plus on hit. I don't even need to roll all of those, but I did it anyway. Please do the slam. I am kind of scared of, like, trying to strafe the glint blades at point-blank range. I'm just worried that it won't work. Alright, phase 2? Yep. Look at those strafes. We absolutely gaming. Oh no, I let myself get comboed there. I think I'm dead. No, I live. I forgot that I have Lightning Spear for a reason. Ah, that was nearly first try. Ugh. Very, very good run, though. I just choked at the very end. Tends to happen to me a lot in fighting games, actually. They're very used to choking on round 3. Oh, I see the Stake of America just puts you back here. Nice. Thank you, Zweihander, for being so good without an obnoxious amount of weight to wield, like other Ultra Great Swords. Exactly. Round 3 is what she calls me. Yeah, I choke on round 3 quite often. Alright, let's run that back. I feel like I could be doing more poise damage to her, like I could be getting in some more jump heavies. I've just... On my first attempt of a boss, I typically play it safe. Oh, I just realized, because she's in water, right? Wouldn't that mean that Lightning Spear is doing more damage? Or does it not count because she's kind of a ghost? I don't know. I don't know the technicalities of that. Okay, charging Lightning Spears is not working out. I'd rather just go for some raw shots like that. Alright, let's save the other lightning spears for later. Oh, oops, I did not mean to use my wondrous physics straight away, but sure. That's fine. How long are your combos? Yeah, it's like the rapid attack there. That slam attack is like the safest window to strike her, it seems. Oh, okay. Didn't go as smoothly as first try, but we run that back. Let's give it one more try, and then after that attempt, we'll take a stretch and hydrate break, because I do like to take roughly hourly breaks. Hey, Sir Jam, lovely to see you around. We are fighting Hot Lady Knight Loretta. Alright, let me grab my runes. Third time's the charm, right? Surely, right? Well, that's a safe window to do a jump attack. Okay, and I can strafe the glint blades at point blank range. That's important to note. Yeah, I could just run around her during that. Not if I get stuck on the horse, though. Oh, that's phase 2. Oh god, yeah, that hits like a truck. I was being a little bit greedy. And trying to go for a bigger punish than I could have actually reasonably went for. Okay, that's safe window, so we jump attack. This should whiff. Yep. There we go, baby game for babies. Loretta's great bow. And Loretta's slash. Nice. Why is it always weak, foe? Exactly. Well, that was a nice boss fight. I liked it. Alright, let's quickly get a level, sure, I'll just put another point into strength. And... It's cool how you're showcasing edutainment games for pre-K age groups. Exactly, you know. Just showing you all. You know, there are great games out there for children, for literal toddlers who've never played a video game before. Yes, this is a bit. Just in case people think like, oh god, this woman's so egotistical. It is a bit. Alright. So I will take a stretch and hydrate break here, and when we get back from the little break, we will read the item descriptions of both the sorcery and the Ash of War that we got for defeating Loretta there. And we will continue exploring the manor and see what else we can find. There's been a lot of really cool items to gather here. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else awaits us here. And, you know, meeting Ranni, but like, she's not important, okay? Actually, she is, but I'm just gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna go for my little stretch and hydrate break. Thank you so much again for being here, everyone. Thank you again, both Lancy and Brunswa, for the raids. And I'll see you all in a couple of minutes for some more Elden Ring gaming. See you all then. Take care, everyone. Hey, oh, there we go. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. And also, welcome into stream, Amalgamama. It's lovely to see you around. Okay, let's check the item descriptions of the two things that we got for defeating the Royal Knight Loretta. Starting with Ash of War Loretta's Slash. This Ash of War grants an armament the magic affinity and the following skill. Loretta's Slash, a skill of Loretta the Royal Knight. Leap forward, imbuing the blade with glintstone, then descend, accelerating into a sweeping slash. Usable on polearms and twin blades. And Loretta's Great Bow. Sorcery used by Royal Knight Loretta. Creates a magic great bow and fires a great arrow. Charging enhances potency. Oh, sorry. Hold to keep that great arrow knocked. It's said that the bow was Loretta's favorite weapon. Well, it seems like we might have killed Loretta, or like like an image of Loretta almost, because she did look kind of ghostly or like summoned. But yeah, she's the Hot Lady Knight. who does cool magic stuff. I wonder if you can get, like, her armor set. That would be cool. Alright. So, let's just keep exploring, I guess. Where to now? We can go up there, obviously, but... Anywhere else of note? Would this be a dastard? Didn't expect hidden path. Oh, that's actually a cool visual detail. Notice... Oh. Sorry, I was gonna say, like, notice how this is the only chair that's collapsed and it points towards a hidden path? But then I look over here and I see that there's another collapsed chair over this way. Which I don't think is actually pointing towards anything. Alright, I'll get my shield out again. I just like having this cool shield on my back. Yeah, I guess let's check this first and then take the hidden path. No item head. By the way, behold, stone astrolabe. Well, thank you, player, for letting me know that there's no items here. However, I will still look for them anyway. Because, you know, sometimes people lie in their messages. Could this be a defensible spot? Oh, can you actually run up here during the Loretta fight? I guess you could. I'm too much of a gamer for that. Yeah, large ball for space soup, exactly. Not even a starlight shard at the foot of it? Like, okay. Well, I wouldn't really call this a hidden path then, if this is just the way ahead. Dragon ahead. You could know why that message was written? It breaks Loretta's AI? Oh, I see. 3 sisters. Let's see. But oh, I see, there's 3 rises for 3 sisters. Can I use Torrent? I can, thank goodness. Oh yeah, that is a dragon. Huh. I don't know if... well, if we're doing all bosses, I guess I do have to kill it. There's also a scarab here. Chilling Mist, nice. We'll take a look at it in a bit. Yeah, maybe there's a grace or like a stake nearby where I could just get the run back on the dragon. There's also another scarab that I heard in the manor that we didn't quite get to, but I think we'll get them in a bit. Because we've been very thorough. We've like explored all of the manor, but I think by exploring here we might find an alternate like entrance back into the manor. I don't know. I am just yapping. Yeah, I want to see how much my lightning spear does against you. That will kind of determine if I can even be bothered to fight you. Oh, I mean, also Uchigatana bleed damage potentially could be handy. Let's see. Oh, come on, lightning spear, please. I think we're fucked. Just a little bit. Okay, that's decent damage. Oh, wait, torrent. I think I'm dead. No, I'm not, surprisingly. I'll just kill him with the Uchigatana. I think you just... Yeah, you can just roll backwards on that. You don't have to jump backwards, although jumping backwards is more stylish. please. There we go. Oh, you left? What a bitch. Get back here! Merchant ahead? Okay. Oh, I see. The Scarab is here to basically guide the player down here. Be wary of Merchant. Item ahead. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't miss my drop down. Okay, we're back at Carrion Manor, but oh, I see, now we get to explore more? Or did I already go down here? No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Let's do that later. I want to focus on doing the rises first, and then we'll do that after. But good to know, because that is one of the NPCs that we do have to meet there. Oh! Oh wait, no, wasn't this the way we came? Yes. But yeah, that is the way ahead. If it seems like I'm trying to do things in a hyper-specific order, that's because I am. And the current thing on my to-do list at the very top is meeting Ranni. I don't want to meet any other NPC. I mean, unless that was Ranni, but... I don't know. I feel like a pretty important lore NPC wouldn't just be sitting there. We could just... Yeah, this rise might be it. No, that's Renna's rise. Oh, didn't we meet Renna at the start of the game? Yeah, we did. Locked shut for now. Okay. Yeah, Renna showed up and was like, hey, I fucking hate the two fingers. Anyway, have this spirit, like, calling bell. Or not spirit calling bell, but spirit ash bell. And a bunch of wolves. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I don't have to explore on foot, but... I'm used to it. Alright, so that's rise number 1, and then rise number 2 is here? And then rise number 3 is there. I do want to finish off that dragon. I wonder where they went. I think I'll have to look that up. Unless an NPC just says like, oh, did you meet that dragon? It seems like they went down this way. Go and kill them, Tarnished. Oh, actually. I forgot we haven't read the description of Chilling Mist yet. This Ash of War grants an armament the cold affinity in the following skill. Chilling Mist. Coat armament in frost, and then slash, spreading frigid mist forwards. The armament retains its frost for a while. Usable on all melee armaments with whips, fists, and claws accepted. Alright, and there's no stat requirements for Ashes of War, so... that actually seems really good. I mean, I know it's good. I've played, like, 300 hours of Night Rain. I know that frost is a good status. Oh, dog? Dog ahead? Didn't expect lovable sort. Behold dog. Dog ahead. Alright. I'm getting distracted, like, exploring everything. You know what? I'm allowed to be distracted exploring things. You clicked on my stream, you chose to watch my Elden Ring gameplay. If you don't like it, you can leave. I will be checking every single centimeter of the map. I didn't actually explore these ruins properly. I also wanted to look at the rises first, and we can do anything else afterwards. Oh. What does this say? Visions of Hidden Path, try rolling? Oh, right, yes. We'll do that in a moment, though. Because, yet again, I want to do things in my hyper-specific order. This rise is already open, so... Try arms. Oh, there we go, Ranni's Rise. Friend oh friend. Guessing an NPC stands here, maybe? Champion head? Yeah. But yeah, I guess we just do stuff here at Ranni's Rise first, and then... Basically, yeah, we're spending the entirety of the stream in this general area just doing stuff, because... There's a lot of stuff to do in this one section of the map. I was very much surprised with just how much stuff is listed down to do here for all quest lines. Just want to, like, see if there were, you know, any little goodies to grab. Alright. Well, we are a guest here, so, you know, let's be on our best behavior. Dastard ahead. Dastard ahead. Pathetic sword. But I don't... They're not here yet, so... Yep, had to check if I could do that. Offer tears. Probably more NPC questline spoilers. That's okay, I don't have the context. Alright, we are at the Ranni's Rise Grace. We can't level, so let's just continue on. I just want to sit there for a second. Would this be a lover? Yet again, more questline stuff. Love ahead. First off, up. Anything in the room? Nope. I mean, we can send that down. Could I could jump on the on the rooftops, but I don't see any point. There you are. You come in peace.
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Renna when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
You must be Ranni the Witch, behind the Knight of the Black Knives. We know this because we've been doing Rogier's questline.
I see. Quite the sleuth, aren't we? Indeed, I am the witch Ranni. I stole a fragment of the Rune of Death, and used it to forge the god-slaying black knives through fearsome rite. I did it all. But sadly for thee, the curse mark thou seekest is not to be found here. I have slain the body I was born into and cast it away. And it is upon that flesh the curse mark is carved.
Where did the body go?
And why should I reveal that to thee? I performed the act not to bury the past, nor in shame of the deed, but all the same, thy begging compels me not a jot. The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone. The curse mark thou seekest is not here. Now, be gone.
Alright, so now we need to go back to the round table hold and talk to Roger. And tell him that Ranni just told us to fuck off. Alright, Roger should be out here on the balcony.
Always good to see you safe. So, what do you need?
Ranni cast off her curse mark.
I see. When Ranni shed her flesh, she shed the curse mark too. You know, not everyone would trust such a tale. But if she in her current form is nothing more than the living doll you profess, then perhaps it's true after all. Forgive the bluntness of the notion, but how would you like to become one of Ranni's vassals? Only in order to get what we want, of course. The location of the body which bore the curse mark, which right now I haven't the faintest. And the best way to find out is for you to enter her service and take a poke around on the sly. I know you've got what it takes. Not only are you a superb fighter, but people want to trust you. I've seen it.
Okay, Roger's proposition.
Can you become Ranni's vassal to advance our agenda? While in her service, you'll be able to take a poke around on the sly and determine the location of her original body that bears the curse mark. I realize that I'm asking you to put yourself in grave danger, but I know you've got what it takes. Quite possibly the only one, in fact.
Alright, and then I'm guessing it's just like repeating the same thing he said there.
Can you become Ranni's vassal to advance our agenda? While in her service, you'll be and determine the location of her original. I realize that I'm asking you to put yourself, but I know you've got what it takes. Quite possibly the only one, in fact.
Hey V, it's lovely to see you around. Yeah, we're doing Ranni stuff finally. We are going to join her services in order to get that curse mark that Roger wants. So now we're gonna fast travel all the way back. Alright, Ranni the Witch. Oh, wait, which way do I go? Up the stairs, right, up the stairs, we're going up. Not to the balcony. Good thing I sent this down then.
The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone.
I wish to serve you.
Oh, is that so? Thou wouldst render me aid. Is that thy proposal? Affording thyself opportunity to grope about for the curse mark's location, no doubt. Very well. There's nothing wrong with a well-laid scheme. What's more, if my past and past wounds beckon to thee, I am curious enough to see what thy destiny portends. I'll allow it. Enter my service, and good hunting to thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is, in my service, a half-wolven warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same. Speak with the three who await thee below. Thou needst not indulge them unduly, but they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service after all. Speak with the three. Thou needst not indulge them unduly, but they too wish to. It hath been a passing long time since a new.
Right, there we go. I'll be lurking for now, but I saw Ranni and clicked instantly. Thank you, V. I appreciate it. She's very pretty. And in fact, her face very much reminds me of Melina. Which also, I have a game theory. We know that Queen Marika is imprisoned in the Erd Tree for shattering the Elden Ring / the Golden Order. And we know that Melina received her purpose of being a Finger Maiden from her mother inside the Erd Tree, according to her words. So I'm thinking that Melina is a child of Marika. And then... Oh, wait. No, but that doesn't make sense. Now, I'm thinking about this, V, right? Because Ranni is child of Radagon and Renala. Why would she look like Melina? That doesn't make sense. Unless... Well, I mean, like, Renala is a child of Marika, so I guess, like, those, you know, those similar genes are, like, being passed down through the generations, perhaps. Because we don't know who Radagon is. Radagon is an unknown factor to us. Radagon is just, like, some guy that showed up at the Lands Between and fought in the Liurnian War, and then married Renala, and had a kid with her before moving to be with Marika instead. So there's my thoughts. Also, this also isn't Ranni's original body, don't know how similar this is to it. That makes sense as well, yeah. Because, like, if she's basically a doll right now, her current body doesn't need to be a replica of the old one. She might have changed details. Exactly, it depends on that. We'll have to see when we find Ranni's original body, like, what she looked like. Hey Fizz, lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. Sorry, I'm yapping about Elden Ring lore right now, but we're gonna go and talk to Blythe and Iji and Celiavis now that we have joined Ranni's services.
Speak with the thou needst not indulge them unduly, but it hath been a passing long time since a newcomer.
Alright. Behold, precious item. Actually, I'm not gonna read these messages for the sake of my sanity. Because they're probably gonna be something like, try finger butthole, get it? Because she's a woman? Ha ha ha, get it? Get it? It's so funny. And thank you, Moon, for doing all the shoutouts. Really do appreciate it. Sorry I won't be, like, talking to chat as much, because this is a lot of lore stuff going on. I want to focus on that.
Speak with the thou needst not indulge them, and it hath been a passing long time since a new.
Right, so we're gonna head downstairs to meet with the trio. It's Hive, actually. I also use smiley face, but good guess. That's lovely to have you with us, Hive. I see. Iji's here through, like, magic, I suppose. There we go. Could this be a love it? Oh, so that's what the message is for. We met Iji last stream, so this won't be our first introductions.
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Ranni has explained everything. Again, I am Iji, the Karian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Ranni's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can, and pray for your success. My apologies for the misleading words of warning. I never imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Ranni, was in your fate. I, for one, should have seen it, but I did not. Do forgive me, my fellow. Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Ranni. Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Ranni.
Alright, and then I guess Blythe and Solivus must be a little bit further down. Yeah, look! It's our favorite wolf boy, Blythe.
Long time, friend. Blythe. Have you forgotten? Glad to have you in the service of Mistress Ranni. Well, getting right to business. I'm still in Limgrave. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there. I'm going below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron. Don't keep me waiting, eh? I'm going below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron. Don't keep me waiting, eh?
And one more time, say it for the people.
I'm going below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron. Don't keep me waiting, eh?
Is this a smoking that a weird wolf guy? Yes, it is. Me when I spoke the weird himself. Yeah. He has a really nice voice and like really cool armor. Fights with a great sword. He's a really cool guy. I like him a lot. Like absolute charmer ahead. Doggo dog. In short, behold dog. All right, and now we need to meet Celuvus, who is over here, who is apparently a sorcery instructor.
I see. You must be Ranni's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Celuvus, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you. I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Ranni. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady? I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of if it were up to me, but who am I to...
Alright, okay, so that was just repeating dialogue. Yeah, okay, all these messages make sense now, because this guy's kind of an asshole. Yeah, pathetic sort, dastard ahead. Dastard ahead. He's a little bit of an asshole.
I reside. Come and pay me. Should you? If it were up to me, but who am I to...
Alright. So we've introduced ourselves to everyone here now. I'm gonna check my NPC questline, like, little checklist, because there's some more stuff that we can do here in this area. I just want to do it in, like, the order that is, like, recommended. So let me just quickly meet the game there, and let me look at my list. Where is the list? Here it is. Alright, so, yep, we have joined Ranni's services. Okay, speak to Ranni again now that we've introduced ourselves. Okay, sure. And then we're gonna go to Celubus's Rise and then speak with him. Okay, sure. So let's go and talk to Ranni again. And then we'll head to the other Rise. Now we just have to make that trip all the way back up. I just gotta wait for this lift. This is cool. I like this. Like, getting to join a faction like this where there's, like, multiple characters involved. That's really cool. Alright, let's talk to Ranni now.
Allow me to forewarn thee. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time before I wake. This doll's body is not without its hindrances. Still, I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time before I wake. I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise. I shall soon, and it will be some time. I have high hopes. I look forward.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, what covenants should have been. Exactly! Because, like, in Dark Souls, right, you join a covenant, and, like, there'd be one person in the covenant, like, in the story, in the gameplay. It's like, oh, you join the Sunlight Warriors in Dark Souls 1? It's like, well, Solaire's the only one who's also part of that faction that you actually get to meet. So yeah, it is cool that, like, this is basically like a Covenant but better, because, like, you know, there's multiple characters involved, there's, like, a lot more story going on. It's cool. I like it. Moon says she's you when you take a nap. Exactly. This is saying, just to preface, this isn't me being coy about spoilers, because I really don't know any details on this front. Since in Elden Ring, a person's remains are often used as a way to channel their power, ashes of war, and other stuff. I wonder if Ranni used her old body for anything, since it would be a demigod's body. That seems like the kind of be a powerful artifact. Yeah, so in the case of ashes, right, it's specifically ashes, right? And it's the memories of those ashes that are channeled in order to, like, summon the spirits or use the Ash of War power. So it really depends on what has happened to Ranni's old body, because we know that she's disposed of it, right? We know that she's disposed of it and moved to this new body, right? But if that body is still intact, right, then I don't think it could really be used for much. But yes, if it were burnt to ashes, then potentially it would have some uses. Just theorizing here, I don't actually know, like, anything for certain. This is just me all, like, theorizing and just trying to figure things out on my own, but it's interesting to think about. She's like, you very pretty and enchanting, thank you. And I'm a witch. I'm a witch VTuber. Hi, I'm Lumi, I'm a witch VTuber.
I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time. I have high hope. I look forward to the good news when I arise.
I wonder if I reload the area, she'll actually be asleep. We'll have to see.
I shall soon, and it will be. I have high. I look forward.
All right. You're getting a big hat and broomstick now. Yay! Huh, Lady Witch Knight Spider-Man. She's her, exactly. Using hairspray, turn your ponytail into a pointy hat. That's awesome. I don't know why I'm just parrying all of a sudden. It's just like, it's been a while since I hit something. The violent instincts are going off. I wonder if Iggy has new dialogue now. Oh, no. Okay, they're gone. Yeah, because they were just temporary summons here, which also... That means that the Loretta that we fought in order to get here was also just a summon, and the actual Loretta is presumably somewhere else. When you joined Ronnie's quest, we just did, Bron. We just did start her quest. Alright, now I can equip my stuff again. She is an important NPC in the lore. You know, being a demigod that we don't actually kill, so... Yes, I do want to see her story through. Ronnie wishes she was a 10 for the woman you are. Exactly. Like my autocorrect learn Spider-Woman one day, I will. I mean, I don't mind saying I'm Spider-Man as well. Like, yes, my pronouns are she, her, but I'm completely fine with saying I'm Spider-Man. Don't call me a man, though, or I'll, like, insta-ban you. Like, you know, that's just how we do things here. But, like, Spider-Man is fine. Pretty, pretty, pretty beautiful enchanting witch Spider-Man knight. Thank you, Moon. Alright, so I'm guessing Celubus's Rise is gonna be here, then. But Lady Night Tag ain't just for a show, after all. Exactly. Or just ain't for show, yeah. Right, so yeah, we're gonna go and talk to Celubus now. And just as part of my NPC, like, questline checklist here, it does note that to fully complete Celubus's questline, you do have to anger another NPC and then atone for it with the Celestial Dew. So we might not actually do the full questline, because I don't want to make anyone mad. But, like, let's hear him out first, okay? Before we consider... Let's hear him out. Armor ahead? Oh, really? This way? Item ahead. Obviously, the guide that, like, I'm generally following along with is spoiler-free, but some things you kind of have to mention. Black Wolf Mask. What the fuck? Friend, didn't expect tears. Here. Did we just get Blythe's face? Or like a mask that makes us look like Blythe? Hang on. Black Wolf Mask. A mask fashioned after the head of a black wolf. Relic of an assassin who assumed the guise of Ranni the Witch's loyal shadow. The likeness is striking. Okay, Blythe, you're not dead, right? You didn't die just then, right? No, because he's in Limgrave. We just talked to him, unless he's been dead this entire time and the Blythe we know is, like, an imposter Blythe. Potentially. Who knows? We have to keep playing to find out. But okay. It really makes you think. I'm theorizing. I'm game theorizing. Of course, all of you people here in the chat who have played Elden Ring, you know the answers. Don't tell me the answers. Let me experience it firsthand and figure things out on my own. But yeah, interesting. Assassin, okay. Is there's Ranni? Ranni gave herself another body. I'm thinking it could be him indebted for that. True. That is also an idea. I'm glad I also don't know, because I can speculate without spoiling. Yeah! Alright, let's talk to Celubus now. He's going to say, no, it's you again. Why do I have to spend time with you?
Well, you took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you provincials never cease to amaze. I suppose you're here now. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like you to find a woman called Nefeli to administer a potion. Even you can do that much, can't you? Good, good. Now I shall hand over the potion in question. Find Nefeli and ensure she drinks it. I expect glad tidings, and soon. I've no time for idle chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion. Are we understood? Then off you trot. I have enough on my plate. I've no time for the only thing I will hear from you is are we understood? I have enough.
Alright, let's take a look at the potion. Small flask received from Preceptor Celivus, containing a cloudy tonic of bluish black. Find Nefeli and ensure she drinks it. Okay, so I do know about this because, you know, checklist stuff. And I did talk about this in the previous stream, I believe. If you give this to Nefeli, it will end her questline early. Thankfully, you can give it to another NPC and end their questline early, or you can just give it to Gideon. If you give it to Gideon Ofnir, then he'll just confiscate it, and no one will die. You do miss out on a unique item, but I would say it's worth it for keeping Nefeli and the other NPC, who I don't think we've even met yet, alive. Yeah, Mr. High and Mighty over here. Yeah, I do know about this, so we're going to be proceeding along the route where we give this to Gideon Ofnir so that no NPCs die as part of this, and it allows us to continue this questline without, like, causing any incidents.
I've no time for the only thing I will hear from are we understood? I have enough.
Alright, well, what does this say? Monster head pathetic sort. Ah, ill-omened creature.
I've no time. The only thing are we and I have enough.
I want to read the message. Betrayal? But you don't have the right! Exactly. Celivus does not have the right. Yeah, this guy's a bit of an asshole and a schemer. I do want to go to the top of the rise and see... Oh! No, okay, we already got the mosque there. What's this? A memory stone, that's awesome. That means that we can equip another incantation. Why is it always message? In short, likely message. Silly message. Alright, I do want to explore the rest of this area for, like, extra items, if there's anything else, because there's, like... There were those ruins with, like, a hidden floor that we have to do for Celivus's questline, I think? Which, yet again, I just want to emphasize this. We're not going to fully do Celivus's questline. We're going to do a portion of it. In fact, yeah, there are two quest lines that I don't think we're going to fully complete. One of them being tied to the Three Fingers, and the other one being Celivus. Hopefully I've done my research correctly, and those are the ones that we can actively ignore. Or, you know, do them to a certain point and then just leave them be. Alright. Let's take a stretch and hydrate break here, and while I'm on that break, I am going to quickly check what we need to do next here. Because we still need to do more stuff here. Seems a reasonable choice. Yeah. And I do know that the Three Finger stuff ties into one of the game's endings, but, like, you can still, like, do that ending, if you like reload a save, like if you have a save that is set before the final boss, and like you go and do some stuff to set up your save file for it. So basically, I'm trying to navigate the game in such a way that I get to see as much story content as possible without locking myself out of other storylines. Which, yeah, you can fully complete Celivus's questline, but if you fully complete it, you do have to use a Celestial Dew. And I don't know if I really want to do that, because I don't want to piss anyone off. It especially depends on, like, who I am going to piss off as a result of the questline. We'll have to find out. But yes, I'm gonna go for a little break. I will see you all in a couple minutes, and we will continue on with being a good little errand girl for Ranni after a short little break. I'll see you all then. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so I've checked my questline stuff, and we're going back to the Round Table Hold now. So you might remember that we did a conversation between Nefeli and Gideon, where basically Gideon threw away his adopted daughter because she figured out that he is directly responsible for the massacre of the Albinoric village. And so this is the part where I talked about the route split in Nefeli's questline, where either we give her the Stormhawk ashes or we give her the potion. And that will, yeah, be a route split there. But we're gonna also simultaneously go and give the potion that we got from Celivus to Gideon, and Gideon will just confiscate it, and you know, nothing will happen, essentially. Which means, yes, we do miss out on a unique reward for giving it to Nefeli, but that that unique reward is not required to 100% the game, and it would also end her questline early, and that wouldn't be very nice. But thank you for the patties, Fez. I'm really enjoying doing a first-time playthrough like this, because this way I get to, like, absolutely make sure that I see everything and I get, like, the best first impressions of Elden Ring, you know? Because, like, if I had somehow completely missed out on, like, meeting Ranni as a character, somehow, I don't know how you would skip her, unless you just really don't want to explore. I'm having fun. Also, I was thinking that, gosh, it's really funny. We just went up to Ranni and we're just like, you're responsible for killing Godwin. And then she's just like, yep, yes, I am. Like, why? What's her reasoning? I'm very curious, and I guess the only real way that we're gonna actually know for sure is if we just continue to work in her service and get closer to her and her motivations. Alright, so my list here says to talk to everyone in the round table halls, because they might have new dialogue, it seems.
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Well then.
Talk.
There's something I should mention to you as well. I'm thinking of leaving the Round Table Hold. Do you know of the noble Gold Mask? Though he was but a tarnished, living outside the lands between, he was a great scholar who foresaw the coming guidance of grace. And now, I hear he has come to the lands between alone, to contemplate the Golden Order. I wish nothing more than to seek his instruction, and perhaps even help him in his research.
Alright, so Corin is gonna leave the Round Table Hold soon then, which means that we should really buy the stuff that I want from him quickly. We can use Black Flame now, so I think we should grab that. I do want Black Flame Blade just because it sounds so cool, but also it lasts like 7 seconds apparently, which is really boring. So we'll get Black Flame. In fact, yeah, we'll do it now.
May the Golden Order shine through you.
Alright, so we need to quickly use some of our runes. In fact, let's just crush a bunch of our runes. Let's just use the lower ones. And that way we'll be able to do a bunch of shopping with everyone. Or, like, pick up some new stuff. Yeah, so this is why it's recommended to give your scrolls to Muriel instead, because Muriel is a lot more permanent of an NPC.
Further study of incantations, is it? I can happily spare the time, and applaud your enthusiasm.
Alright, Black Flame. Here we go, and we already read the description of it. Yeah, maybe, I mean, if this is gonna be one of my last chances, maybe, I think we'll get to meet Corin later. But if we won't be seeing him for a while, I might just want to pick this up anyway. Yeah, I'll do it.
May the Golden...
I will pick up Black Flame Blade. Even if it's not good, just for the aura farming, right? Like, are you really playing a Souls game correctly if you're not aura farming constantly?
Further study... I can happily spare the time.
There we go.
May the Golden Order shine through you.
Alright.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Okay, you don't have anything new. Yeah, the guide just says, talk to everyone in the Round Table Hall. 5 minutes from now, he's in a Yamcha crater. Like, I mean, that is soul storytelling in a nutshell, so yeah. Let's see if Enya has anything new for us.
You have returned. What is it?
Nope, you don't have anything new.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
We should also check in with, Roger. Also need to talk to Fia. Oh, hello?
Always good to see you safe. So, what do you need?
Talk.
maybe I should tell you. Lately, I feel I'm on the precipice of falling into a deep, fathomless slumber. And I have an inkling it could spell trouble for you somehow. So I just wanted to get the apology out of the way beforehand, since you're so scary and all.
What the fuck? I don't think he's okay if he's saying that. Since I'm so scary and all. Like, this is a person who considered us a close friend. Yeah, I don't think his mental state is quite right.
Oh.
I'm a bit worried about him. Alright, let's do stuff on the other side of the round table hold first, actually, before we go to Gideon and Nefeli. What about Roderica?
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
We could keep upgrading the skeletons, because it is funny. Like, that's the reason why I'm using them. Not because they're good, but because it's funny. And I like skeletons. Like, skeletons are an S tier for me, in terms of, like, fantasy creatures. Did you know, Lumi? There's a skeleton inside you? What? That's wild. Alright, Hugh, do you have anything?
Well, where have you been hiding? I took you for dead.
No matter then.
It's all the
What's
same.
all the same? Lay out your arms then. Do you occasionally get a fight where they never die because the boss doesn't double tap them? It feels awesome. Yeah, because they can continually revive if they don't get hit while they're down. Unless the enemy or boss is using holy damage. Okay. We can upgrade our weapons, so... I guess I'll just keep upgrading the longsword. We will either get the longsword to +11 or the Uchigatana to +11. Ooh! We get B scaling for Uchigatana at +11? Okay. No, I'm kind of like, ooh, I like that. But I am gonna be replacing the Uchigatana. Spoiler alert, we will be replacing the Uchigatana with the Nagakiba eventually. When we get that. Because it's just the Uchigatana but longer. Which means more range. In that case, I'll just upgrade the longsword, because I don't actually plan on replacing the longsword with anything at the moment. And we will upgrade the claw mark seal, because why not? We can get it to C scaling in our stats? Hell yeah. Oh yeah, get that baby all the way up to +9. That's awesome. So our lightning spears will be hitting even harder now. And yeah, we cannot get the Uchigatana now. Like, we spent our smithing stone 4s. And then it says, I'm a skeleton earther. I think the earth and every plant is just a giant skeleton each. Stone, bone, mantle, marrow, core, brain. Exactly. Oh, we could actually sell some stuff here. Oh, wow. We were making fun of the Noble's S-Stock item description here, mentioning how it's daubed with gold from tip to tail, so it should fetch for a good sum. It sells for 1,000 runes. That's actually a lot better than I was imagining. But also, like, the fact that a legendary weapon, like the Sword of Night and Flame, also is worth 1,000 runes is like, wow. Wow. Never seen that S-Stock. It is a drop from the Nobles. Yeah, rare drop like the other stuff is, yeah, rare drop from the Nobles that have the rapiers. I was thinking I do actually want to sell something, because I have, yeah, see, I have a dupe of the Cuckoo Surcoat, and I have a dupe of the Marinette Soldier Armor as well. And get rid of that. Alright, I don't really want to sell anything else. Thank you, Hyuk. Alright, now let's talk to Fia.
I am pleased. Would you like me now?
Shoutouts to our bisexual queen, Fia. She holds you regardless of who you are.
You are so very warm. Then good day to you, my dear.
Okay, so she didn't have new dialogue. If she has new dialogue, then there'll be an option to talk while she's holding you. So I'm just gonna use the Baldwin's Blessing to get rid of it. Have you checked the armor alteration menu at Grace? Yes, I have, Fizz. I'm quite sad that a lot of the time if you alter an armor, it will just remove the cape, and that's all. I wish you could give capes to all armors as well. That's my wish. But also, Fizz, and like... Listen. Bok told me that he would rather that he does the alterations instead of me just doing it at a Grace. So I'm respecting Bok's wishes, because Bok is precious. And if I ever wish to have my armor altered, Bok will be the one to do it. Cape should be there and so exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, after the Duskbloods, right? Whatever single-player game FromSoft is making after the Duskbloods, I hope that there is a cape equipable slot. And there's just a couple of things that get cape added that don't originally have it. I think it's best to just, like, look it up on the wiki, as opposed to, like, do it in-game and spend those runes. Even if, like, it doesn't cost much to do armor alteration, but I would like to not waste runes. In case the version you find is altered already. Yeah, exactly. I do want to get the altered Banished Knight armor. I think that would be cool. Alright. So yeah, there's Nefeli. We wanted to talk to people on the other side of the Round Table Hold. Begrudgingly, we have to go talk to Gideon. Listen, after last stream, we all fucking hate Gideon. I think in this chat, we all hate Gideon. Oh, there's also the Twin Maiden Husks. I think I can give them a bell bearing. No, I cannot. I will buy the smithing stones from them, though. Actually, no, I can't be bothered to. Gideon D's nuts, exactly. Gideon is a terrible father to Nefeli, and also responsible for genocide. So, I don't like him very much, to say the least. I like that he tells you lore, but I don't like him outside of that.
Journey to the capital, Leyndell. To the east of the Altus Plateau, at the foot of the Erd Tree. The Two Fingers will deny your passage no longer. You may be our best hope. Find your way to the Elden Ring.
Alright. Show him, Celavis's potion.
Is that potion what I think it is? Bloody Celavis. I suppose he's up to something again. Oh, I won't interfere. You go ahead and do what you must. The Round Table has no code to speak of. But I ask you this. Are you really going to do the bidding of that twisted dolly botherer? Or would you rather hand that potion to me and see if we can't get one over on the bastard?
Yeah, so we're gonna hand the potion to Gideon.
Good. I'll dispose of the potion myself. You go and see Celavis, but don't give anything away. Just tell him that you tricked your mark into drinking the potion, as planned. Despite knowing next to bloody nothing, he's so far up his own arse he won't suspect a thing. His inevitable display of arrogance will certainly be a sight to behold.
Oh yeah. Hope Gideon gets tricked by a player message, falls really, really far down, exactly. Hope every gross ear on his armor becomes real, and he always has at least one mosquito buzzing around him. Oh, and I hope that he also develops tinnitus in at least one of his ears. Just to really make him suffer. so that he will never know a moment of silence ever.
Journey to the capital, Lendell. The two think you may be out.
Yeah, I don't like Gideon, but I mean, getting one up on Seluvis is also nice, so... Alright, so now that we've disposed of the potion, we can go and give the Stormhawk ashes to Nefeli, and that will hopefully help her get out of her current depression that she's going through. Because right now she's kind of struggling to find her own purpose as a Tarnished, so hopefully this helps her out. Let's quickly check out inventory again and just read the item description before we hand it over, because we'll never be able to have it in our inventory again afterwards, I don't think. Yeah, exactly, heartbreaking. The worst person you know just made a great point. That's how I feel about Gideon. That's how I feel about him in this situation. So it should count as a key item because it's not an ash that we can actually use. Yeah, the Stormhawk King. Here it is. Ashes of a hawk, revered by all others as sovereign back in the days when Stormvale's winds still raged like no other. This ancient monarch is proud, however, refusing to answer anyone's summons.
No, no, no. How could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance. And now... I've lost it. Is that ash? I can smell the ancient storm in it. My thanks. I'll gladly take it. I'm not like Roderica. I don't feel the presence of spirits, let alone see them. Still, this ash, it reminds me of my first hawk. Thank you. In this ash, I can smell the ancient storm. It reminds me of my first hawk. In this ash.
Okay.
It reminds me...
And, we actually did get an ash that was a hawk ourselves, the Stormhawk Dean, which... just checking the description of it again, just skipping to the bottom paragraph. Spirit of a fierce hawk that faithfully rendered lifelong service to the old king of Stormvale long ago, when the true storm raged. Its cries embolden its fellows in battle, and the tempestuous winds that encircle it shred through foes. I feel like we read an item description that kind of talked about a hawk dying. That was, like, very tragic. Yeah, it was this one, the Warhawk Ashes, which... like, game theory, this could potentially be Nefeli's hawk that died. Because the bottom part of the description says, Spirit of a Stormvale Warhawk, the talons of which have been sliced off so that razor-fine swords could be grafted in their place. With its lord vanquished and its wings wounded, the hawk perished as it solemnly gazed at its former home. The storm is a Warhawk's cradle. Okay, so maybe that isn't exactly her Warhawk, but it definitely... I was reminded of this description thinking about Nefeli's old hawk that she had. Obligatory Hawk Tua joke. There we go. Alright. But yeah, that's a very gross imagery of, like, slicing off the talons. Ugh. Alright. Okay, let's go equip one of the incantations that we just bought. And... we should be good to return to Ranni's Rise now. Or, like, to that general area. Okay, so memorize spell. And... is Black Flame just better than Flame Sling? It is more FP. I'm guessing it's just better if it's more FP. And it also does slowly drain enemy health for a little bit, so, like, extra damage. I guess we can just keep this loadout. I kind of want to equip the flame spell, or the sword spell. The Black Flame Blade. I'll get her to Flame Cleanse Me, because I only really need to equip that if we're going through, like, a Poison Swamp or a Scarlet Rot Swamp. Alright. Back here. Oh, and we'll go to Celibus, actually. Sorry, yeah, we should do that first. The fastest grace to him would probably be from Ranni's Rise. Oh, let's also check to see if Ranni actually did go to sleep. Because that'd be a really cool attention to detail. It's like if you come back, then it's like, oh, you get to see her sleeping. Which actually sounds kind of creepy when I say it out loud. Not like that. I don't want to watch her sleep. I'm just curious. And we'll try out the Black Flame Blade once we get into combat again. I wanted to try it here, but I'm like, actually, no, like that wouldn't be like proper etiquette, I would say. You know, in front of the lady that we are currently serving. Okay, are you asleep? Well, I think that's our answer. I think she's sleeping. So sleepy, Ranni. Alright. Can we just jump off here? We could, because I do actually have an incantation that helps with it, called Assassin's Approach. Maybe not from here, but like a little bit further down. She used doll her energy. Doll her energy, you get it? Cause all doll. Yeah, I'm not gonna try that drop down, I don't think. Although maybe... Maybe I could jump off the balcony here and survive that with Assassin's Approach. We wouldn't even need it. Yeah, we're fine. Alright. Celibus's Rise. I wish that there was a grace closer by to that. But no matter. So we're gonna talk to Celibus, and then after that we're gonna go and find that, like, secret underground area that we saw play a message talking about. And that'll be that. Right, even though you're an asshole, I will still put my weapon away for you.
Ah, so you made Nepheli drink the potion. Well done. You were a touch more useful than I had thought. Very well. Then you shall have your gift. Knowledge of the sorcerous arts and of the tutelage of the great preceptor Celibus. I doubt much of it will lay within the grasp of a mere tarnished, but if you put your mind to it, perhaps you won't embarrass Our Lady. You wish to begin right this moment? Well, your impatience, though boorish, is understandable. Let's have at it.
About Nepheli.
So, you had Nepheli drink the potion? Truly? Then perhaps something was amiss with it. It's concocted from the finest ingredients, but perhaps I should review the recipe. I may have expected too much of her to begin with.
I love that we're fucking with him. Alright, so I believe my notes here, in fact, I'll just quickly check my notes. They say, where are we here? I think we have to buy something from him now. Let's see. Oh no, I don't think we have to buy something from him. Yeah, okay, we don't have to buy something from him. But we will take a look at the item descriptions anyway, just because, like, you know, extra bits of lore. We got to learn about what kind of sorceries he specializes in. I'll just double check my notes while I'm here. Okay. And let me tap back into the game now. Alright, Carrion Phalanx. One of the sorceries of the Carrion royal family creates a defensive arch of numerous magic glint blades overhead, which automatically attack nearby foes. This sorcery can be this sorcery can be used cast while in motion. FromSoft, you might want to reword that. That's a bit awkward. Can be used cast while in motion. It should just be can be cast while in motion, not used. An enhanced version of the Glintblade sorcery used by enchanted knights. And then Carrion Retaliation. One of the sorceries of the Carrion royal family. Swing your staff to dispel incoming sorceries and incantations, using their power to retaliate with Glintblades. This was the Carrion royal family's secret means to prepare against the disloyalty of the Academy. The moon and stars would one day go their separate ways. And Glintstone Ice Crag. Sorcery said to have been used by the Old Snow Witch. The Glintstone serves as a conduit, launching a mass of cold magic. This sorcery can be cast repeatedly and while in motion. The Snowy Crone taught the young Ranni to fear the dark moon as she imparted her cold sorcery. Okay, interesting there. So we're learning about another character there who met with Ranni and told her to fear the moon. Interesting. And then this is the same description other than the effect being slightly different. Freezing Mist releases a cold mist before the caster. The sorcery can be cast while in motion. Charging enhances range of the mist. Okay. And another interesting thing with Carrion Retaliation is the royal family expecting to be betrayed by the Academy. So I guess, yeah, there were tensions between the Academy and the royal family for quite some time, if that's the case. Very, very interesting stuff indeed.
Begging for another lesson so soon? There remains much to be done. Make it quick. Begging for another... There remain...
Alright. See you, Celius. Right, now we need to inspect the ruins, which I didn't actually mark on my map. I marked over here because I just want to explore over there for fun. But, let's take a look at those ruins. Yeah, today has been a very story-heavy stream of Elden Ring. So, you know, not many boss fights. In fact, we've only done one. Once we're done with this, I think... there's like maybe one or two more things to do in Liurnia, questline-wise, and then at that point I would just have to look up the remaining bosses in Liurnia and fight them all. We do also need to go to the Divine Tower of Liurnia. Or maybe we have to do that later, I'm not sure. Oh no, we don't have to, we don't have to. I just remembered because Renala's Great Rune doesn't have to be reactivated. Or, like, you know, have its power drawn out, like Godric's did. All Renala's Great Rune does, as its description tells you, is just, you know, it allows you to use respecking without, you know, having your character get fucked up in the process. Because when other people reincarnate with the Amber Egg, they are imperfect beings. But because we have the Great Rune, it allows us to reincarnate without any downsides. So I think it was like this floor here? There was like a noble sorcerer who like ran away from us. And then there were some player messages that were saying things like, oh, you know, like hidden floor or whatever. Also, I do need to look up where that dragon went. You know, I have to finish the job. Like, we got them to halfway. In fact, even worse, I stance broke the dragon, and then the dragon flew away. Where are you? Get back here. There we go. Hidden path ahead. There we go. Try rolling. Oh, this way? Oh, I see, because this... Yeah, this looks pretty obvious. Here we go. I will upvote these messages. Why did I say upvote? This is not Reddit. I will rate them good. Just so more players can see that. Alright. Oh. Hello? Oh, that's just a dead body. And that as well. Do a non-spoil hint for the dragon? I will be looking up the location of it because I do have to kill all bosses, V, so you could just tell me where it is. Otherwise, I'll look it up, and we'll probably kill it either at the end of this stream or next stream. What the fuck? It's just a bunch of bodies of, like, a bunch of different people, and they're all inanimate. Inanimate. Alright, well, what's this here? Service's puppet. Do not touch. He's turning people into puppets?! Oh, I am so glad I did not give that potion to Nefeli. Holy fuck. That is so fucked up. I'm guessing this is a hidden wall, or... No. Okay. So yeah, now we have to go and confront him and be like, hey, we know your secret. We know what you're doing. I was wondering if there'd be a hidden wall there, but I guess not. Does that let me solo her? I'm being serious. Does that let me solo her? The iconic Elden Ring player? Press A on the wall? No, not even interacting does anything. You'll find it again on your way. Okay. Referring to the dragon. That's an existing character before that guy was around, dressed the same though. Okay. I was just wondering if, like, the game got an update when the DLC came out that, like, added that as a reference to Let Me Solo Her. It's the inspiration for Let Me Solo Her. Okay. Just to give quick context for those of you who might not know, when Elden Ring came out, one of the bosses, I think Melania, you know, considered a very difficult boss or whatever, Let Me Solo Her was basically a person who would just join, like, you know, people's games through co-op and just solo Melania for them. And they blew up in popularity because, you know, people were like, oh my gosh, like, you know, this Let Me Solo Her person helped me out, and oh my gosh, they helped me out as well. And it got to the point where, like, they received recognition from Software and, like, Bandai Namco, and I think they sent them, like, a Melania statue or something, or, like, they sent... Bandai Namco sends a lot of stuff to, like, famous FromSoft, like, players and content creators, so that's basically the story. I got a merch package, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so the point is, like, very iconic player of Elden Ring, and that was the fit that they used. You know, the pot head and, you know, just the underwear. Very, very iconic. To the point where, like, I even know about Let Me Solo Her, and I haven't even played, you know, I haven't even, like, fought Melania yet, or whatever. Alright.
Begging for another lesson so soon? There remains much to be done. Make it quick.
About your chambers.
You break into a man's private chambers, rooting about as you please. Your offishness knows no bounds. Fine and well. You tricked Nepheli and had her drink the potion. I believe that makes you my accomplice. You yearn for a puppet of your own, hmm? Well, normally one of your stature would never be allowed. But perhaps I can make a very special exception. Now, choose.
Okay, so we do have to choose as part of the quest line. Select which puppet to obtain. So we have Finger Maiden, Theralina puppet, and Jarrite puppet. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is the character that turned into a puppet. And this functions like a spirit ash, right? Yeah, that seems that's the case. Alright, well, let's read the descriptions before we, like, lose out on the other one. Finger Maiden, Theralina puppet. One of Celiovis's puppets. Used to summon the spirit of the Finger Maiden, Theralina. Spirit of Finger Maiden, who never met the tarnished she was meant to guide. Uses healing incantations and holy water pots, but she is not a fighter by nature and is ill-suited to battle. A maiden without a tarnished without a maiden, and yet no guide to bring them together. Alright, and then Jarrite puppet. One of Celiovis's puppets. Used to summon the spirit of a Jarrite. Spirit of a man who wished to become the innards of a living jar. A jar-hurling specialist who throws all manner of pots and jars. The warrior jar once told the nameless man this: "You are not yet ready to join the warriors inside. No, you must apply yourself, better yourself, and one day, I will return for you." I am wondering if the warrior jar is referring to Alexander there, because, I mean, that's like the only other... I mean, no, okay, we do know the other jar in Jarberg, but I'm just wondering if that's an interaction between the two. Because this sounds like something Alexander would absolutely say to the Jarrite. And yeah, I mean, like, throwing jars and pots, like, that sounds fun. It's Pop Bro! And hey, going above, yes, kid named Finger. I will say it's gratifying to level up the Jarrite puppet. Yeah. I don't know, like... I think Jarrite puppet is funny. I think it's cool, because I've also been using a lot of throwing pots in my playthrough. The Finger Maiden is... I don't know, it's cool. It's like... It's a hard pick. I don't even know if I'll use one of these. If I had to pick one to use over the other, I'd probably choose the Jarrite, I think. Like, Theralina does throw holy water pots, but I don't know. Yeah, so, like, Celiovis basically just killed these characters before we even got to meet them. That's quite tragic. So yeah, if we gave that potion to Nepheli, I think we would have gotten Nepheli's puppet, which is a bit fucked up. Just checking the descriptions again, just like making sure that I know exactly what their functions are and their lore, because I won't be able to check these descriptions in-game for the one that I don't pick again. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll take the Jarrite puppet. Just because, like, firstly, it's funny, and pot friend, and also potential connection to Alexander, also known as pot friend. Yeah, I think we'll do this. I'm just reading the bottom part again. You're not yet ready to join the warriors inside. No, you must apply yourself, better yourself, one day I will return for you. Well, that didn't really get to happen. Also, I kind of like this being the inspiration for Let Me Solo Her, because, like, the Jarrite puppet is basically like an underdog, almost. I think you're able to get the other one later? Okay. But yeah, no, this is the one that I will be happy with taking for now.
another lesson so soon? There remains much to be done. Make it quick. Begging for another...
Alright. What do we do now? I am trying to remember. One of the spirits who changes in a non-standard way as they get upgraded. Okay. I still, like, I haven't used my ashes in a while, but, like... I will probably upgrade the jar, right? Just because, like, I could see him being useful in, like, some situations. And I can't have multiple ashes active at once, right? I can't have the skeletal ashes and the jar warrior. Because it'd be funny if I could have both of them fight alongside each other. Let me check my NPC questline guide here again. Sorry, everyone. Let's see. Travel to Ranni's tower entrance directly east and drop down several platforms toward Carrion Manor. Okay, and then there's another NPC. Okay, cool. Cool. So let's do that. So yeah, there was another NPC that we were going to meet, and then I'm like, wait, no, let's meet Ranni first. Which we did, so now we'll go meet that other NPC. Who is a servant at the manor. What do they do? So, Spirit Ashes in Elden Ring basically allow you to summon enemies to help fight alongside you. And that's kind of it. So, right now, I have the Skeletal Militiaman Ashes equipped. It just summons 2 skeletons to help fight alongside me. I haven't really used them, because I haven't really needed them. But yeah, so the puppets are basically like you're summoning an NPC almost, because, you know, it's a humanoid character as opposed to a standard enemy. Or they're special, I guess. Alright, so east of Ranni's Rise. So I guess all the way over here. I remember doing the drop downs. I just have to find them again. Hours length of time for me, blessing of funny potted ghost. Or pothead ghost upon your journey. Thank you, Fizz. Always lovely to have you around, and I hope that you can come into one of my streams one day and you'll see me fighting alongside good old pothead. It depends. I prefer to fight solo in Souls games, but if something is meant to be, like, done with multiple people... like, Dark Souls 2 has a lot of examples of, like, DLC bosses that are intended to be done in co-op. Then I do it. Sleep well, Fizz, and thank you so much for the patties. I think this is the drop-down that we had to do. Or something along these lines. V says my first character ended up in a wolf pack sort of roleplay after I'd summoned the wolves. They're bad, but they were my wolf pack. Exactly! I'm like, using bad stuff in Souls games is fun. Clustered ahead. Using bad stuff can be fun, sorry. There are some times where using bad stuff is nothing but pain and suffering, but... other times it can be really fun. I mean, I use the wolves. I use them for the demi-human chieftain fight, like where you have to fight 2 of the demi-human chieftains. Back in the cave where you have to help out Bok. I used them then, and like, they were, you know, they were good for that. Oh, and the wolves are actually apparently really good for the Renala fight. Because I have learned, and I have seen through gameplay, that Renala has basically no poise. You can just stagger her repeatedly. So if you use the wolves are really good at staggering. They're just not really good at much else. I don't think. Oh, I didn't mean to kill you, no! I meant to kill the sorcerer. Name my first character Lu, which pronounced the same way as Lu, means wolf. And once finding Blythe and stuff, I was set on it. Yeah! And there's also, Latenna, the Albaneric woman. Her wolf companion is called Lobo, and I believe Lobo also means wolf in a different language. I'm not quite sure what language, I've forgotten. And of course, yeah, Blythe literally just means wolf in, was it Gaelic? Please do forgive me, my memory is a bit off on that. The point is, there are a lot of wolves that are just called wolf in Elden Ring. No idea at the start about any of it. Very fun memory of that cute happenstance. Yeah! Exactly. I'm completely forgetting where I wanted to go. So it was east of Ranni's Rise. Dropping down into the Carrier Manor again, which we did find, but then I completely forgot about it. Oh, it's Welsh. Thank you for the correction. Also, I find it really funny that Ranni went under the alias of supposedly one of her dead sisters. That's kind of fucked up. Because when she first introduced herself, she said her name was Renna, and I referred to her thus as Renna. Little did I know that was just Ranni. She was scheming a little bit. Was it this way to get to the Carrier Manor? I guess it was. No, we went through here and we didn't find anything, right? Or no, we haven't been here. No, let's just explore here. Give us a little break from talking to NPCs all the time to just explore. We got Frozen Armament, which is a sorcery, and look, it's those who live in death. By the power of the Golden Order, perish! Oh, I gotta try Black Flame Blade. Hang on. Yo, that goes hard! That's so cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't last long. Like, that is such a short usage. Although, like... it is pretty quick to apply it. I wish it lasted longer. I wore the Blythe helmet you found, got myself a cool big cape like him, called my claymore my claw, with Lion's Claw Ash of War, of course. That's awesome! It's so cool hearing about the types of characters that people build when they're not trying to min-max. Because obviously when you try to min-max, everything just kind of becomes homogenous, like everyone just does the same thing. So that's also why I like to, you know, build my character in my own unique way. Is because then I have my own unique character, my own unique memories of playing the game for the first time. Lights really fast is a strong buff, makes for a cool loop of applying and hitting hard for a short time. Yeah! Let's take a look at Frozen Armament. Sorcery said to have been used by the old Snow Witch. Enchants armament held in the right hand with frost. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. The snowy crone taught the young Ranni to fear the dark moon as she imparted her cold sorcery. So basically the same description as the stuff that Celiavis offers us. Or specifically the frozen stuff. Of course, yeah, we got a Jarrite puppet. Okay, well, I'm glad I got... yeah, behind Carrier Manor. I do want to get back into the manor. I do want to meet that NPC. I just completely forgot how to get to them. I found the way to them before, but then I just forgot, which is unfortunate. I'm really looking forward to when we get to Lane Dell, because then I'll really be able to get, like, more Golden Order-related stuff, because that is the royal capital. Because that's what I'm trying to build to. I'm trying to build to, like, a very much Golden Order paladin. In just, like, terms of aesthetic, and just, like, what I want to do. Or, more specifically, a Crucible Knight, I would say. But unfortunately, a lot of that stuff isn't available in the early game. Like, yes, I can go to Lanedale now, I believe. Or at least I can go to the Altus Plateau. But I don't want to do that. Oh wait, it was this way. Sorry, yes, it was where the Scarab guides you. I completely forgot. I thought that the Scarab took me to somewhere completely separate, but no, the Scarab does guide you to the rooftops of the Carrion Manor. Everyone say thank you, Scarab. You don't have to. But I say thank you to that Scarab. Thank you, Bug. Second favorite one was Incantation Only, Double Whip. That's a story for another time. I kind of want to be like an enchanted knight on my second playthrough. So instead of doing faith, I would do like strength and intelligence as like the build. And I would use the enchanted knight armor. Or like the carrion knight armor. I think that could be really fun. But I also want to do a run where I just play a samurai. Just be a pure samurai. Nice, another old fang. Lovely, it's really cool. Yeah. Similar to me? Yeah! There's so many runs that I want to do with this game. But we have to get through our first playthrough. The first playthrough will always be the longest one. That's just how it is. You know, because I'm exploring the game for the first time. I really want to appreciate it. Okay, so... I think this was the NPC we wanted to meet. Yeah, let's talk to you.
Oh, you? Sorry, Your Worship. I apologize for any offense given. I am Pidya, servant to the Carrion royal family. I am charged with maintaining these ghastly dolls. Ah, Your Worship, allow me to be of use. Other than the puppets, there are some very fine things up here in this storeroom. Why not pick something out before you go? But please, can you offer poor ill-starred Pidya a little something by way of compensation?
Yes. I will buy something. Oh, yeah. I will just buy the ritual pot. Although you also have a cookbook and a larval tier and a weathered map. Oh, I want to buy a bunch of things from you. Slumbering egg. That's the first time we've seen this. And that's the first time we've seen a budding horn. Alright, let's check these item descriptions. Budding horn. A rarely seen specimen of a young budding horn. Material used for crafting items. Found by hunting herbivorous beasts. This horn began to sprout on a beast that typically bears no horn. Perhaps it's a vestige of the primordial crucible. Right, and then... yeah, also the same with the Old Fang also mentions the primordial crucible, which... to my knowledge and understanding, the primordial crucible is basically this period of time where life was all essentially melded together, and... rather than having, like, unique, distinct races of beings, it was kind of... there was just one race of being that had, like, you know, horns and fangs and all of that. Kind of, you know, traits of various different things all at once. But then, yeah, it seems like things kind of split off. So that is very, very interesting. Alright, and then Slumbering Egg. Owl eggs that will never hatch. Material used for crafting items. Prized as a symbol of the most sublime slumber. And, of course, we're gonna pick up a ritual pot. We want those. I don't know if we'll buy a larval tier, but potentially... I do want to collect the cookbooks. I like collecting them. A record of crafting techniques left by a glintstone craftsman who served the academy contains information on foul sorceries, such as they were called. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: cold bone arrow fletched, and cold bone bolt. And then we got Carrion Retaliation, which is just... it's a version of like Tops's Barrier that we already have equipped on our shield, but it costs FP, and it seems to do better. Which, yes, I'll read the description of it while I'm here. This Ash of War grants an armament the Magic Affinity and the following skill: Carrion Retaliation. Swing the shield to dispel incoming sorceries and incantations, transforming the magic into retaliatory glint blades. Can also be used in the same way as a regular parry, usable on small and medium shields. We got the Ripple Blade, unique weapon wielded by young Albinaurics. This sword is modeled after the ripples that are thought to be the origin of their species. Its attack power is greatly enhanced with one's arcane attribute, and the skill is Wild Strikes, which we've seen before. Oh my gosh, A in Arcane? Damn! Also, it's an axe. It says it's a sword, but actually, for gameplay purposes, it's an axe. Never change from soft games. Never change. Of course, we got black leather shields. Round shield covered in black leather. On the larger side for a medium-sized shield. From the north, this shield depicts the polar star in rivets of gold. The inside is lined with fur, protecting the carrier from frost. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Crocodile Dundee, mate. Yeah, I'm Australian. Yeah, I've seen Crocodile Dundee. Alright, so yeah, this is just pretty much a standard thing. Does it actually have better stuff against frost? No, not really. Nothing listed here, I don't think. No. That might just be flavor text that doesn't actually contribute to what it does. Alright. And then weathered map. A simple, badly weathered map, left discarded and forgotten for some time. Further details are available only to paying customers. Sure. There we go. I do want to buy that cookbook, so we will do that. I mean, he asked for compensation. I'm giving him compensation. I'm giving him a lot of compensation.
A fine day to your worship. Please choose whatever you like.
Alright, let's get the cookbook, and... I mean, I guess since we're here, we could also grab a larval tier. I don't really want to grab any more. I got 2 of them already. Okay, it's a precious item. Ah, no, but I could spend those runes on a level. I could probably get a level if I use the rest of my runes. No, I won't do it. I won't do it. But I will look at this description again. Because now we've actually met Renala, it's like, oh, you know, we can read it again with some new insight. Just noting, a creature of mimicry known as a silver tear. I don't believe it, so to speak, likely fear. So yeah, there's even more puppets here. Bulletproof dried liver. Oh! Shortcut ahead. Is there nothing else here? You did say that there was some stuff in the storeroom, but... Is this the storeroom? Did we already go in the storeroom? I think we did. That's where we got the sword.
Ah, please.
But I like you, Pitia. You're cool. There's like, there's no chests here or anything, so... Alright, well that's that done. I don't know what to do next. I'm gonna pull up my guide. Let's see. What does this say to do now? Okay, so we're gonna go to the Mistwood Ruins with Blythe and go through that underground area. Okay. So how about we do that next time? But for now, what about we look up where that dragon went, and we can go and finish it off. That would be pretty satisfactory, right? Okay. What was the dragon called? I don't remember. Magic Dragon Elden Ring. Glintstone Dragon Smaragd. There it is. Or no, I think... No. No, we already fought this one. I think it's a different one. Glintstone Dragon Adula. That's it. Elden Ring Dragon. Just the one. Now, there's multiple dragon fights in this game. Alright, let's see. Where does it go? It goes to Three Sisters, and then it goes... Oh, okay, hang on. Map link. Where does it go? Okay. It is... Oh, I see, I see. So it's near the village of Olbenorix. Okay, sure, let's go and kill it. I mean, we're gonna run into it anyway, but let's just kill it now. So it should be around here. Yeah, we'll kill that dragon and then we'll wrap up stream. That sounds dangerous. Oh, so this village was actually massacred by a guy that we know called Sir Gideon Offnear the All-Knowing. We don't like him. He's not a good person. So, the residents of this village are completely safe. Because they all went insane. Oh, actually... Oh, I see. It's above us. Oh, well, I don't know how to get there then yet. I don't know how to get up there then. Maybe we should just go and meet Blythe then. Yeah. Maybe just go and meet Blythe then. Or no, we didn't finish exploring the rest of, the Three Sisters area. God, I just want to fast travel. There go Dogfell. Okay, fast travel. There we go. Because you have to, like, climb all the way up here, which we'll be heading here anyway, so... But we'll fight that dragon eventually. Yeah, no, we didn't explore the rest of this place here. Maybe there's, like, another boss behind Carrier Manor. So, you know, once we've checked out this spot here, then we can successfully say that we've explored all of Carrier Manor. Although there's, like, this lake here that we could also look at. That seems to, like, connect to the land over here, so... I don't know, there's so much to do. But next time we will definitely be helping out Blythe to find some clues as to how to get to the Eternal City of Nokron. There's just a bunch of Olbenorix and those who live and dev here. Oh, it's the painter! Let me grab the loot. Juvenile, Skull Cat, Robe, Larval Tier. Awesome. There's a bunch of paintings throughout the game, and if you find the spot depicted on the painting, then you get special loot, so... We found the spot on that painting. Oh, Albinoric Ashes. Okay, yeah, so there's good loot here. Dirty chainmail? I mean, I don't like the fact that it's dirty, but maybe we can clean it up. Ah, aristocrat. Old culture head. Item ahead. Yeah, we got it. Maybe we can alter it so it's not dirty chainmail. Fingers crossed. That would be pretty nice, don't you think? And then we could wear chainmail. Although, like, the first nomad merchant that we met does sell chainmail, but it's very ugly. It's a very ugly chainmail set. Unfortunately. Oh wait, what? Wait a minute. What? Red Wolf of Radagon? Oh, it's a baby one. Alright. Sure, let's get the run back. Oh god. Oh god, there's a bunch of wolves here as well. Maybe not, actually. Please back off, thank you. Alright. And now we can clean up the wolves and then fight the red wolf. Friend required ahead. Lovable sword ahead. That's nice damage. Oh god, I alerted the other wolves. I didn't mean to get them all riled up at once. I can take this fight here. I can do this. Oh, hang on, let me change my... There we go. We gotta buff out Uchi Katana. Even though it, like, doesn't last that long, but... Look at the damage. Pretty nice. Considering that this is basically a repeat of a boss fight that we've already done. Alright, that's my last buff that I have for now, I think. Yeah, repeatedly casting it during a fight is a little bit tedious. Feels like something that you would just cast like at the start of a fight to give you a little head start on damage. But yeah, Black Flame Blade is definitely a bit disappointing. It's got aura, but in terms of practical use, it's a little bit disappointing. Dog, oh dog. Just wanna back off slowly here. Damn, I missed. I was really trying to land these thrust attacks. There we go. Okay, golden rune. Wolf, wolf, but still no precious item. Didn't expect giant. Dog. Same. Okay, we got Michaela's Lily. Dog, still no sword fighter. Dog bird. Alright. I guess we just keep exploring along here. I do want to wrap up in a little bit just because, like, my throat is actually starting to give out now. And we've made a lot of progress already, so... It's been a very, like, story-focused Elden Ring stream, and I've enjoyed that a bunch. I just want to see if we can, like, quickly get anything, else around this little area behind the manor. Was that an Everjail? It is! Oh. But there we go, we have a boss fight that we can end the stream on. Royal Grave Everjail. Sure, how about we do this, and then we wrap up the stream there after the boss fight, and after we read, you know, all of the item descriptions of the stuff that we just got. Let's do it. I'll swap my longsword for this fight, since I like the longsword. Oh, Onyx Lord. Okay. We've fought one of these before. They don't like jump attacks very much. The first try incoming. Potentially. These guys, like, I have fought them before. So this is just one turned into a boss encounter. Yeah, you just do jump attacks and then that's kind of it. And then they, like, throw meteors at you, and it's like, oh, it's so cinematic. But we just jump over their attacks. As you can see, jumping is pretty good in Elden Ring. You can literally just jump over attacks. It's that easy. Oh, not jumping over that, though. Yeah, first try incoming. We got meteorite for it. Why is it always weak foe? Yeah, weak foe. I saw that message. You can also jump into attacks, it's true. And it's funny when that happens. Alright, yeah, so we'll explore the rest of this area if there's anything extra, and we will go help out Blythe next time. But before then, let's check out item descriptions. In fact, let's do it at the nearby Grace. Just so I can feel safe. You know, if I'm near the Grace, then it's like, I'm most likely not going to get attacked. Alright. Meteorite. One of the glintstone sorceries that manipulates gravitational forces. Summons a void that emits a rain of small meteorites. Hold to continue the effect. This sorcery originates from the Onyx Lords, who had skin of stone, and were called lords in reverential fear of their destructive power. And then we had the Dirty Chainmail. Chainmail worn by young Albinaurics. The appearance of a protruding belly provides no benefits worthy of note. And Albinauric Ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon the spirits of two Albinaurics. The strapping duo of cartwheeling spirits who wield ripple swords and spew freezing breath. Both are second-generation Albinaurics, with dumpy heads that resemble those of frogs. Oh, okay, so yeah, they are kind of referred to as frogs, I see. Okay. And then Juvenile Scholar Robe. Robe worn by young Academy scholars. The juveniles birthed anew by the amber egg of Queen Renala, head of the Rea Lucaria Academy. Yet their rebirth is not without imperfections, and thus do they repeat the process, eventually becoming utterly dependent upon it. Rebirth is as sleep to them, and with each awakening, memory fades into oblivion. And I see this one's just the exact same description, it just has one word that has changed. It is cap. Okay, yeah, so these are like the ropes that we saw during the Renala boss fight in Phase 1, with like all of the women who had been rebirthed by, or reborn by, the Amber Egg. Alright. And we already read the cookbook description. We've read every description of everything we picked up today, so that would be a good stopping point, I would say. I do want to see if I can alter the dirty chainmail, though. Can I make it not dirty? Alter garments. No, you cannot. I still want to put it on anyway, because I do like how it looks. Yeah! This looks awesome. I really like this. If it wasn't dirty, then I would actually consider wearing it. Instead, I have to put on my squeaky clean knight armor that gets covered in blood all the time. But it's squeaky clean sometimes. Sometimes, you know, as opposed to never clean. Sorry, I'm just looking at the description again. And god, yeah, my throat is dead. Oh, I also need to check the map, actually, that we bought. Maybe we just have to read the description or just, like, look at the map itself. I don't know. Yeah, my throat feels like it's just completely dead. So I won't push myself too hard. I can hear it through your voice. Yeah, my voice is just dead. Alright. A simple, badly weathered map, left discarded and forgotten for some time, depicts streaks of amber light. I don't really see what that is. Amber light. There's like some ruins there, perhaps? Interesting. Yeah, I don't actually know what that is trying to point me towards, unless I pull up my map here. No, it didn't get added to my map here. Maybe it just points you towards, like, where Celavis's, basement is? Because, yeah, I, like, kind of see it, almost. Looks like something there. We'll just have to keep it in mind. That was the boss? That was just some guy. To be fair, the player character in Souls games is also just some guy. I mean, the boss that we fought was one of the Onyx Lords. They had skin of stone. Very important. Alright. We will wrap up here. There we go. We only died 2 times in this stream, fun fact. And it was both to Loretta. Alright, let's get things wrapped up so I can properly rest my voice now. Massive thank you to everyone who came by to stream. Hope you all had a lovely time with some more Elden Ring. I know it was a very story-focused stream, but I really enjoyed getting to meet Ranni and talking to Blythe again and meeting Celavis and doing all of that. It was really, really nice, and we even got to fight some bosses that were very cool. Specifically Loretta. Loretta was a very cool boss fight. Alright, let me quickly promote the socials and the Discord server. You know where to find me off stream, and I post my stream schedule on both Blue Sky and the Discord. Also, the Elden Ring VODs do go up on YouTube, so in a couple of weeks' time, people on YouTube will be able to permanently watch this VOD and hear my voice just absolutely destroyed. Because, yeah, oh, my voice is so deep. It's so deep right now because my voice is destroyed. So I should stop yapping as much and and try to wrap things up here. Okay, so, just quickly outlining what we're doing for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we are hopefully going to be finishing Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows, which is going to be same time this stream started. And then rest of the week is pretty much the exact same it's been for the past few weeks, so a double Elden Ring stream later in the week, and then a Flex Slot stream on Sunday, which is going to be Monster Hunter Rise with Moon, unless anything comes up. Which it most likely won't, since we've been able to do the previous 2 Monster Hunter streams successfully. Alright, let me quickly thank everyone who supported the stream, came by the stream, and then we will find someone to raid off into. Alright, let me see here, let me scroll up. Thank you so much for being here, Moon, and thank you so much for doing moderation stuff, Moon. Thank you so much for being here, Lanzy, and thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for being here, Moonlit Umbreon Trainer. Thank you so much for being here, Bronsweat, and thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for being here, Murdoku, and Storm of the Seas, and Garland Soul of Chaos, and Mukya, and all the other raiders. Thanks for being here, Julie. Thanks for being here, V, and Amalgamama. Thanks for being here, Alex Speedling. Thank you so much for being here, Fizz. Thank you so much for being here, Sir Jam Custard, and thank you so much for being here as well, Iguana Bob. And I want to see if I can get some other names here and there. But regardless of whether you were here for a minute, an hour, the whole stream, you're just lurking or watching the VOD, hope you had a lovely time. Really, really do appreciate everyone's support. It was a fun stream, but yes, I'm gonna rest my vocal cords now because they are absolutely dead. They are dead vocal cords. Alright, let's see who we can raid off into. Who is live at the moment? Who is gaming and what is gaming? Let's raid into either this stream or this stream. I want to check. This stream. We're gonna raid into Female Clerk A, who at the moment is playing some Halo 3 multiplayer. Hell yeah, absolute classic. Although, personally, Halo 2 is my favorite of the trilogy. But Halo 3 is very, very good as well. Especially the multiplayer. Yeah, let's get that raid up and going. We don't do a strict raid message, so feel free to do whatever you want for it. But that's enough from me. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here again. Please have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're in the world. Make sure to stretch and hydrate plenty, as I did throughout the stream. Take your meds in case you haven't. Please take care of your vocal cords like I am going to. And the moral of this stream is, please don't turn people into puppets. That's kind of fucked up. Don't do that. The other moral of the stream is that big witch hats are awesome. And wolves are awesome. And you are awesome. Everyone is awesome. Alright, that is enough for me. Let's go raid into Female Clerk A, and I'll see you all here tomorrow for Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows. I gotta rest my vocal cords before that, because you know I will be doing silly voices. Alright, let's go. It's raid time, baby. Oh yeah! And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone.